Hello everybody, Mitzi Cruz here with Lincoln Live, and today we are interviewing Mark Breunig. He is a local attorney and he's going to tell us a little bit more about his practice and how he serves the Lincoln community. So can you start off by telling us a little bit more about yourself, Mark?
Sure, Mitzi. I've been in Lincoln now for about 2.5 years. I've got a practice at 554 East Street, and I also have an office in Loomis. I've been practicing law since 1994, and originally a corporate attorney, and then I retired from that about 12 years ago and been in estate planning, probate, trusts, wills, and estate administration for about 12 years now.
Gotcha. So how does that differ from what you did previously? It's night and day, huh?
It's night and day. Corporate law is really transactional. You're looking at contracts and HR problems, but estate planning, you're getting to know your clients and you become part of their family because they have to share some very private information with you to enable themselves to get a very good estate plan in place. So I enjoy getting to meet people and helping them through that process and helping them meet their estate planning goals.
So can you tell us who your ideal client is?
Well, clients that are, I have all kinds of clients. Some that come to me in early in life and they want to get a plan in place. Some come to me in mid or late life and need to get some things in place in a hurry. So my ideal client is somebody who wants to understand how they can plan and how they can manage their estate so that if something does happen to them and they become incapacitated or when they pass away, their estate is settled in a very private and easy way. It's really the best gift they can give to their heirs and their beneficiaries and their families. And so those are the kinds of clients that I really enjoy educating on the estate planning process and putting the necessary documents in place. So.
And you actually do some events. Sometimes you'll host like workshops, or tell us about that.
Yeah, I speak about once a quarter. I talk on estate planning issues. I talk on qualifying for Medi-Cal so that clients don't have to go into nursing home poverty just to care for a loved one who needs skilled nursing care. So I can speak on estate planning topics, elder law topics, and the area of the new tax law, the changes that are coming in 2018, and I enjoy doing that, and I'm willing to do that for small groups as well.
I appreciate you saying that because I know that's a really hot topic, the tax laws that are taking place and how that's changing things. And just, I think, staying on top of those changes and just being really knowledgeable, I mean, that's a really great asset to people in the community.
Yeah, it's fun to learn about the changes and also transfer that information to people because they're usually excited that it's going to affect them in a very positive way.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So can you tell us about maybe a story, obviously not with getting it personal or sharing personal information, but maybe a story where you've been able to help people and just kind of, help them, help the family and prevent further problems down the line?
Sure, yeah. One of the nice things about estate planning is when you make that decision to sit down and really think about your estate plan and make sure everything's in place, we sometimes uncover very simple things that can be done that really avoid big, costly errors. So for example, many times people haven't changed their beneficiary designations on life insurance policies and 401ks and other types of insurance products, and we can get that taken care of, and that's free. It's quick to do, and it can avoid very, very costly in time and money in probate process. The other thing is people don't know how flexible an estate plan can be in laying out where their assets will go and how they will be distributed. So if there's any issues in the family, you can control how those assets transfer to your heirs, mm-hmm. and you can really do some very good things with your estate. And so that's a very gratifying thing that clients usually appreciate.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I know my husband and I, we're going to be using your services as well, so we can kind of structure that and figure all that out. I know one common misconception I hear a lot is people kind of thinking that a trust and a will are interrelated somehow, but they're really not. Can you tell us the difference?
Well, they're both very important estate planning documents, and they work well together. So a trust is a document that you put in place to hold your assets, and it's a private contract you write with yourself, and it allows you to control who gets your assets when you pass away in a very private way. But the trust only manages trust assets. And so the reason we do a will is in the unlikely event that there's something that's found to be outside of the trust. You inherited a cabin from your uncle, you won the lottery, and you left that money in an account that's not in the trust. And so you need a will to be able to go and grab those assets and pull them into the trust. So they're both very important documents in the estate planning process.
And do you help with wills as well?
Yeah, typically estate planners, and myself included, when we do an estate plan, it's a series of documents. So the trust is the core document, of course, that allows you to manage your assets and avoid probate when you pass away. We also do wills for one or for both spouses if there are two spouses. And very importantly, we do durable powers of attorney, and durable power of attorney is what you put in place that in the event you become incapacitated, someone else is there to carry on your financial affairs. It becomes very, very important if you become disabled either temporarily or permanently, and so it really helps you and your family to manage through that process. And then finally, in California, we have what's called an advanced healthcare directive, and those documents need to be in place to inform your medical providers what your wishes are with respect to your health care. So it's a series of documents that come in a package, and they're comprehensive. It's a comprehensive plan that we use to address a family's estate planning needs.
So one of the most important things discussions that you and I have had in the past, I think, is in regards to, and you touched on it a little earlier, how you're able to help people to get Medicare in place so that in the event that they have to go into a skilled nursing center, that doesn't completely drain their estate.
Yeah, and so there are two types of insurance we're talking about. Medicare is health insurance that you get when you're in your 60s. And Medi-Cal is health care for skilled nursing care, and it's there for certain kinds of conditions, and there are very strict financial requirements to be able to qualify for Medi-Cal. But in California, we have a very generous Medi-Cal system, and it allows people to do some planning in their estate planning process, reposition some assets legally, and to qualify one or both spouses if and when they need skilled nursing care. So it's a very, very important ability that you enable through your estate planning, through your estate plan. Also, we don't want to go into nursing homes. Our health puts us into nursing homes, and so we want to be prepared for that. And I guess the best benefit is that it doesn't drain the family's estate of all the terrible costs and of caring for someone in a 24-hour-a-day skilled nursing facility.
Absolutely, I can imagine.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else that you want to share with us? Any final thoughts? Anything we've not discussed?
No, Mitzi, I think you should get your estate plan done.
Yes.
Because you have, how many kids under your care now?
6.
6. So, yeah, she's a poster child for getting her estate plan in place, and we've been talking about it for some time. So I urge people to educate themselves on the estate planning process. It's a very inexpensive process compared to the alternative, which is probate and going to the court asking them for permission to manage your affairs. So I appreciate the chance to talk with you and look forward to seeing you again.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
See you guys next week.